Talk a little bit more about the video. We have been also requesting Republican response, and we do have a statement from Tom Emmer, which we will get to you shortly. But let's talk about this video that you've been watching. You've been going over it.
Yes.
What can you tell us?
Well, we're gonna see it together. Okay, so this is the video that has been going around social media. It appears to be the correct location at the correct time posted today. We verified that much. We want to show you, and there's other videos that show the same person at the same time. So that's why we feel like this is authenticated and we're able to air it right now. We're going to pause it right before the shot of this man going limp, but we're going to watch it several times here and show you exactly what we're seeing on this video. This video starts with federal agents trying to detain a man who's in like a khaki colored sort of jacket and pants. The man can be seen when we re-rack this, you'll see it. The man can be seen on his knees on the ground with two agents on top of him trying to detain him. It's unclear if these agents know this man is armed. It's unclear if the man threatened them in any way. We don't know any of that. What I can tell you is that these agents are aggressively on top of this man, and a third, what appears to be an agent, with a tan-colored coat and jeans, and we're going to keep watching this, walks over to the scene. Watch this guy with the coat on here. He has nothing, it doesn't appear he has anything in his hand until he reaches down and tries to help detain this guy. There are clear, more zoomed in videos where I can tell you that right here, that person walks away with a gun in his right hand, which would be on the left side of the screen. That person in that tan jacket spins away with a gun in his right hand with closer imaging that you can see. Is it the man on the ground's gun? Unclear. We don't know whose it is. But it is at that point when it freezes is when we hear the gunshot. Okay? And we don't know where, right here. We know there's a gun in the hand of that man right there. Again, is it the person on the ground's gun? Unclear. Is it an agent's gun? Unclear. But this moment right here is when a shot is fired. The person shooting the video then swears and says, oh my, they just shot him. And then you hear a series of more gunshots. There's about, call it 3 seconds in between the first shot and what appears to be a rally of other shots. I can't read anything else into this right now without other angles, without law enforcement experts, use of force experts to weigh in, because we can't make judgment. But that is precisely what this shows. People online are wondering if the man was disarmed before he was shot to death. I can't answer that question. This video doesn't answer that question. But that is the big question that people are asking online, and that has gotten people so upset.
And one thing I'm wondering as I look at that as well is this is an area with so many businesses. I'm wondering if any of their security cameras caught this from other angles that authorities will eventually be able to determine.
Absolutely, they all have.
There's also what appears to be a woman in the red jacket. You see that right there, about 6 feet from this happening?
She looks like she's got
really close shooting
camera.
video.
Incredibly important video. There's another video that's going around of the man who's on the ground who was shot. Call it a minute or so before this went down. And that video shows somebody driving past the area, and the guy who's on the ground is actually just like a precursor to this, standing up, talking, dialoguing with an agent. And it doesn't look that tense, and there's no pushing.
Have we confirmed that yet? Can we show that yet?
No, we have not gotten that confirmed yet, but it's going around. It appears to be the same person. So what's difficult, obviously, with social media, our job is to verify facts, and it's super hard when things suddenly go viral and we don't know who shot it, and we can't authenticate exactly everything that you see on social media, which is why we have to be careful.
Well, let's remind people what DHS is saying, what they've released about the situation. DHS says at 9:05 a.m. Central Time, DHS law enforcement officers were conducting a targeted operation in Minneapolis against an illegal alien wanted for violent assault. An individual approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. They show the picture of it. The officers attempted to disarm the suspect, but the armed suspect violently resisted. More details on the armed struggle are forthcoming. Fearing for his life and the lives and safety of fellow officers, an agent fired defensive shots. Medics on the scene immediately delivered medical aid to the subject, but was pronounced dead at the scene. The suspect also had 2 magazines and no ID. This looks like a situation where an individual wanted to do maximum damage and massacre law enforcement. About 200 rioters arrived at the scene and began to obstruct and assault law enforcement on the scene. Crowd control measures were deployed for the safety of the public and law enforcement. The situation is evolving. More information forthcoming. We want to point out that Chief Brian O'Hara says that this man is a citizen of the city, 37-year-old white male who is a lawful gun owner and did have a permit to carry. So that much we do know.
And in addition, Chief O'Hara said when asked about the DHS statement, people were asking, can you confirm what DHS said? And Chief O'Hara at this point says they don't have that information. They have not been given that information.
It's also very important to point out what that press release does not say. It says that, and you correct me if I'm wrong if you want to pull it back up, it says that a man approached with a 9mm handgun. It doesn't say he had it in his hand. It doesn't say he was pointing it at officers. It just says that a man had a gun, which he has a right to do. It doesn't say that he actually threatened them with it. But it does say at the end, their hyperbole is that he was intending on harming as many officers as possible, which no one can prove at this point from what we've seen.
And
Hello, welcome to episode 165 of Just My Opinion. And this one I'm entitled Not Again. Due to the tragic and very sad death of one Alex Pretti. May you rest in peace, Alex. Mr. Pretti was unalived by ICE agents who said they was conducting an investigation in the area, and they said that Mr. Pretti intervened in it. Now, you make whatever determination you want to make yourself personally on it. I seen the video, as many of us have. I don't see where Mr. Pretti intervene, instruct, limit, or stop them from doing the investigation. I believe this was blatant, outright. Intentional unaliving of this gentleman. Now, there's been some backlash about that he had, Mr. Pretti had a gun on him. Yes, he had a gun on him, which he was licensed to have. That's still one of the rights that we are afforded by the Second Amendment. Not once did he brandish his gun, not once did he reach for his gun, not once did he point at anybody direction or threaten anybody. What I seen was Mr. Pretti video recording, standing to the side. And for that he got maced, pushed down, pistol whipped, and eventually unalived. This is just getting out of hand. This was supposed to be an operation to get illegal immigrants. But yet and still it has resulted in several American citizens being killed, being maced, being arrested. It seems that instead of focusing on the immigrants and the people that you was to go after in the first place, you're more focusing on the protesters and the people with their cameras. I don't understand it. Would you declare war on American citizens themselves? This only comes about a week and a half after Miss Renee Good got shot and killed. Well, shot and unalive, pardon me. This has been a total failure. And the reason why I think it's been a total failure is because the ICE agents and the Border Patrol are coming in heavy-handed. They're not coming in trying to work with the community to try to weed out the people that they're going after. They're coming in just grabbing people up, running up in people's houses, macing protesters and bystanders on the side. And I think the reason why they're heavy-handed is because President Trump and his administration are giving them leeway to do as they please, to violate people's rights, forget about the law. And you have the right to go do this. You can run up in people's houses without a warrant. You can mace people that's peacefully protesting. People standing to the side with cameras, you're pushing down and gripping up. And what is going on here? Are we still in America? Are we still in America? From what I see, what's going on in Minnesota, I don't think so. I don't think the United States had this type of unrest since maybe the civil rights movement, where the cops thought they can sick dogs on people and put water plugs on people and violate people's rights. This is what I'm seeing here with this going on in Minnesota. This is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing federal agents not following the law that they sworn to uphold. Federal agents that are violating people's civil rights. And unfortunately, if I'm alive, 3 people. But still Trump say, oh, these are domestic terrorists. This was a 37-year-old medical student. A law-abiding citizen. They came out to exercise his right to protest. And for that, he was unalive. What are we doing here? Honestly. What has it become in the United States? This is sad. This is disappointing. I pray for Renee Good. I pray for Alice Pretti. I pray for everyone that's lost their lives. I pray for those that are in jail cells right now. I pray for those that's been deported. I pray for the families that's being broken up. And I also pray that the Democrats win the midterm elections. Let's get Trump and the Republicans and the MAGA group up out of here. Let's make it hard for them to operate and for them hard to breathe. Like, share, subscribe, comment. And I'd like to thank all my subscribers for every like, every share, every subscription, every comment. Please continue to support, and hopefully we continue to grow. Thank you.